Okay, I made it to New York. Matter of fact, that's her behind me. So, however, it's late at night and I'm wiped out. So here's the deal. I am going to entice you that tomorrow morning I'm going to do intermittent fasting daily. And I want to keep you up with Simon. Simon is still fasting. Tomorrow will be day 7, going strong. He says 2 weeks. So I believe him because he feels absolutely amazing. So I'm going to update you with his glucose and ketones tomorrow. But more importantly, I'm going to teach you the how-tos, how long to intermittent fast. Some of you are saying, hey, keep going. I know, believe me. I really just want to give this subject what it deserves. And, I don't want to do it with, half my brain tied behind my back, on all honesty, after all the days of travel. And I really want to make it worth your while. It's an important topic. I believe that I said, about block fasting, that many of you will benefit from block fasting. More serious health conditions, no doubt you get some supervision there. However, intermittent fasting daily, which is going to be our topic tomorrow morning, no doubt everybody needs to do this. And I'm going to say it again. I believe it's been the most transforming thing my wife and I both have ever done for our health is daily intermittent fasting. There's a lot of things you're going to have to learn in this video because it's not for everybody as far as the length. So we're going to talk about how to determine your length. We're going to talk about of your fast. We're going to talk about the how-tos. We're going to talk about why it actually works. I'm not going to bore you with the science, but you have to believe that there is so much science and understand the science to be motivated and inspired to intermittent fast. I believe every culture on the planet that has lived healthy lives, they intermittent fast. Today, we're just not forced to do it. Just like many of my ancient healing strategies that I talk about, we're just simply not doing the things because we're not forced to, but it's having an impact, no doubt, on our cells. So this is going to be a really, really informative video. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to entice some of you to make sure you look out for this tomorrow morning. And because, look, this is a way to really optimize your hormones. And I always say that I love to talk about things when it regards to optimization of hormones because so many people today are sick and don't feel well, lack of energy, brain fog, can't sleep, can't lose weight because of hormones. And I always say this, the real issue with weight loss isn't as much what you're eating or the exercise, it is hormones. So therefore, if we want to optimize our hormones, we have to get our cells hearing the hormones. It's not about taking more hormones. Well, intermittent fasting, it is a biohack that will get your cells to hear your hormones. It is a breakthrough on how you can stay. Look, I'll be 52 this year. My wife will be 50. And if you saw my wife, you would not believe it. We're gonna have that happen perhaps one day. Maybe I can drag her in this tomorrow. But you wouldn't believe that she's gonna be 50. And I can speak for myself. You wouldn't believe that I can keep my body fat as low as I can in the 50s. Look, it's not age, it's hormone optimization. Intermittent fasting is a biohack to living longer, healthy, not just living longer, and anti-aging, literally. The science is behind this. The how-tos I'm going to bring. You have to know how to start. You have to know how long to go. And we're going to talk about even different eating times because there's so much I've learned in this. Because, from helping so many doctors, they utilize this in their practice and clients from all over the world with breakthrough, with weight loss resistance, hormone problems, and all types of different autoimmunes. This is part of what I teach on my multi-therapeutic approach. I tell you, we couldn't get the people well that we see, or the people well that we're seeing across the country, because I have doctors across the country, so I don't want to speak for myself, if we didn't have these strategies of intermittent fasting, and of course cellular detox, and of course the cellular healing strategies that we teach. You're going to keep learning all of these things, and there's so many things that people just don't understand. I'm going to leave you with this one important thing. All studies, when we look at anti-aging, anti-inflammation of the cells, they talk about eating less. I mean, you can't disprove this. Eating less is how we get something called telomeres that are at the end of our chromosomes. That is literally our biological clock. It's the only biological clock that we know. So telomeres literally sit on the end of our chromosomes and protect them. The shorter they get, the closer you are to death. Okay, now follow me. So think about a shoelace. Do I have a shoelace down here? Let's see. See this little end of the shoelace? See that little plastic piece? That's like the telomeres. It protects the shoelace, and when it's a telomere on your DNA, it protects your DNA. Now, the shorter that gets, the closer to death. So you start life at about what they measure these in bases, about 50, well, upon conception, 15,000 bases. Now, because it gets shorter with cell division, by the time you're born, it's 10,000. Here's the sad part. You die at about 5,000. Okay, so we can literally measure these telomeres, and I can say that mine dramatically have gotten better and better and better, and so can yours. And I'll tell you, the cellular detox and the cellular healing no doubt played a role in that, but so did intermittent fasting. So how can we lengthen our telomeres? How can we stop, at least, stop the fast acceleration of the loss of telomeres, which is really how we age? Well, intermittent fasting does that. So when we look at studies on living longer healthy, really fasting or eating less, they say, is the key. Now, we know that eating less doesn't work because we can't just push food away. And I'm going to talk more about that. We can't eat less because our metabolism gets lower and lower. So what do they mean? But when we study ancient cultures, they do eat less. But here's the key. They do it by eating less often. So here's what I leave you with. Don't ever eat less. Eat less often. As a matter of fact, what you'll find out is eating like a king, feasting, eating to full is the key to reminding your body it's not starving and to be a metabolic fireball in your cells where it just wants to burn fat. So don't eat less often. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Listen, share and like this so we can get people on the call. Go into your notifications so you know when Dr. Pompa goes live. And we're going to go live tomorrow morning right from here, from New York. If it's nice enough, maybe I'll go on the roof and we'll look out the city. Thumbs up, please share it because I want a lot of people on this video. And here's the other thing. I want you to be there live tomorrow morning Eastern time. So, Mare, what time do you think I'll be doing this video tomorrow?
You've done this appointment at 9.
So maybe 8 a.m.?
I doubt that.
She doubts that. She doubts that. All right. Well, I'm gonna come on and announce it earlier. There's a lot of hearts and
Maybe
the ups on.
Maybe it'll be. Could you do it at like lunchtime? Like, because you'll be done by 10 when I'm in the dentist.
So maybe around 11 a.m.
Maybe you could do it. Yeah.
11 or 12 a.m.
I would say
Okay.
10:30.
I do. I'm gonna announce it, but okay. She thinks maybe 10:30 or 11. She knows my schedule. What do I know? I know nothing. Anyways, so and I will bring it live then. And I will announce it ahead of time, share and like this one so everyone gets there. I want a lot of questions. Bring your questions tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.